why words have a meaning and why words come about. Because if we don't understand the origins, then we won't understand what we're really saying when we say certain things like, is this just a religion? Is it government made? Is it this? Is it that? So let's go back to the beginning. So the word Christian wasn't the original word, right? So Christianity comes from the Greek word of Christianos, right? Christos is a Greek word meaning the anointed one, which is where the word Christ comes from. And Ianos means belonging to or follower of. So keep that in mind that we have Christos, which means the anointed one, the Christ. And we have Ianos, which means belonging to or follower of. Okay, now let's go back to the beginning of these origin and why these words are significant. So we have to go back to what is modern day Syria, which biblically it's known as Antioch. So Antioch was the third largest city in the Roman Empire, and right outside of obviously Rome and outside of Alexandria. So the third city you have that was the largest city in the Roman Empire was Antioch. And the reason why Antioch is so important is because it started the birth. And Antioch was a standout city, and the reason was because of its diversity. It wasn't just one ethnicity or one nation that was in this city. This city stood out because it was Greeks in there, it was Jews in there, it was Romans in there, it was Gentiles, etc. Right? And that's the reason why they stood out, is because they were a city known for a multitude of nations. And the reason that this is important is because we're talking about a time where everyone had an identity. And this city was a large city, so they had no way to identify the people in this city. And the people in this city needed to be identified, right? But they all had one thing in common, even though there were a multitude of different nations. They all had one thing in common. They all were followers of Jesus. And so they had to identify this large city. So the only way to identify them was they had to come up with a name. Okay, so you have Christos and Ianos, Christ, the anointed one, followers of. These people inside of Antioch were followers of the Christ, which hence the word Christian. That's where this word came from. This word was to identify the people inside of a large city that was a part of the Roman Empire. So Christian is actually a birth. It's a birthplace for the people who follow Christ. So that's where the word came from. The word was not, government made or, some conspiracy or control or any of this. It was just a form of identification because